NellGwynn, formerly known as Eleanor Gwynn, was born on the 2nd of February in 1650 in the city of Hereford. Her father, Captain Thomas Gwynn, appears to have been a soldier ruined by the Civil War, and her mother, who was the owner of a brothel, was a drunkard who would eventually die from drowning in a pond in July 1679. Gwynn originally sold oranges occasionally around the Drury Lane Theatre, where she became one of the first actresses by the age of 15 after catching the eye of popular actor of the time, Charles Hart. Gwynn would eventually catch the eye of King Charles II and would be the very much likable mistress until his death in 1670. Nell had two children with King Charles II, the first being born May 8, 1670, and a son, James, born December 25, 1671. He died possibly of an infection while at school in Paris at age 9. NellGwynn died November 14, 1687, at her London home at the age of 37. She was buried at St. Martin-in-the-Fields Church, where she came to find she is no longer there, which I discovered when visiting Trafalgar Square. I had the pleasure of attending Jessica Swale's new play about NellGwynn, which I saw at the Apollo Theater during our trip. An interviewer, Heather Neal, asked the playwright about how she captured the spirit of NellGwynn to give her another turn on the stage. Neal asked such questions as where Nell came from and if it was difficult to distinguish fact from legend and gossip. Swales believes the play should be an entertaining homage to Nell rather than historically accurate. Otherwise, the play would cover the fire of London and the plague. This would make the production up to 4 days long if added. Thus, Swales' real goal was to commemorate Nell's memory by primarily having fun, and that if it's a play that Nell would have enjoyed, that's enough for me. I personally loved the production of NellGwynn. It covered many topics including sex, politics, and family. I believe that Swales did an impeccable job with Nell's character in bringing her back to the living once again. The production was filled with jokes and miscommunications between characters, but I believe most importantly, the production showed Nell's struggle being living between the classes at the time, and at points even standing up for herself and what she believed. I believe she would be identified in today's society as an independent woman and probably one of our first. To be honest, I am not surprised she was the only likable mistress of King Charles II.